Good evening, boys and girls, people of all ages, and welcome to yet another action-packed episode of the three-man Strike That two-man mark show, hashtag Total Markout. As per usual, you've got Steve Jones C13, the professional, the Prince of Professional. I forget my own nickname. Oh, is this show limited? Steve Jones C13, the producer here, and with me, of course, regular member of the show, none other than... Well, I'm trying to remember all your names because you have a list that's a mile and a half long. You are the Maniacal Mark, Patron Saint of the Socially Awkward, the Dictator of DC, the Field Marshal of Fiction. You are the... there's another one from Marvel. I'm trying to remember what it is.
I believe you said Master.
Yeah, Master of Marvel. Indeed. You are... Of course, above all things.
The extreme enthusiast, the violent visionary,
above
fighting fanboy, the Wizard of Weird, the Duke of Dweeb, the Lord of Losers.
Above all that, you are
the
Geek King! And how are you doing?
I'm good, man, I'm good.
Once again, two-man show here, Geek King, Steve Jones C13 here, delivering you weekly wrestling entertainment, and thank you for tuning in. Jesme, of course, once again, not here, although at this time he did send us a tweet to let us know he wouldn't be here. But fear not, ye mortals of Marketing. We are here for your pleasure, and we are going to run down this week's WWE news, basically recap Raw. That's where it all happens. Remember the good old days when SmackDown had a point? Not only that, we are also going to be talking about... Yeah, we're going to be looking at some of the weekly rumours and news. We're going to also be looking at Geeks. You get it! There's a mini one there. And also, we'll be going to hashtag Fan Corner to answering your questions, which you've said on Tumblr, which you've said via Twitter, and any other place you can. So let us start, first of all, by going into the recap of the week's events in the world of WWE. What do we call it, Geek?
Beg your pardon?
What do we call it, Geek?
Oh. WWE!
And of course, this week... Obviously, this week comes after a special... last week was a tribute show, right? To Paul Heyman?
Paul Bearer.
Paul Bearer, sorry.
Why'd you keep doing that?
Because it's too many Pauls.
That's just weird, though, dude.
Yeah.
I think you're wishing something on Paul.
I really like Paul Heyman. The only thing I wish on him was a creative position.
A chance maybe for someone not to stab him in the chest when he mentions it's someone's wife?
That would be... In fairness, I got stabbed in the chest when I mentioned Stephanie.
No, you wanted to stab Stephanie in the chest.
Yeah. I'm so glad my fiance doesn't listen to the show. Anyway.
Because you ain't denying it.
I take the fifth.
Exactly.
And Triple H took the first, second, and third, and fourth. But anyway, so the week prior was the Paul Bearer, tribute show, and it ended on CM Punk holding up the urn. This week's show,
Dong.
Undertaker comes out. He's in the ring, and he basically tells,
boy, you done gone wrong.
Yeah. Basically, it wasn't no, Mr. Brooke, I formally hereby request that you return my property to me forthwith, unless dire consequences will be met. It was more of, bitch, give me what's mine.
It was more of a case of, you will give me it, and you will like it.
Yeah.
Do you know when he turned around and CM Punk told Vince, what was it, a couple of years ago now, I'll kick you in the nuts and you'll like it?
Yeah.
I don't think there'll be a conversation beforehand when Taker kicks him in the nuts and he goes, thank you, sir, may I have another?
Yeah. So Taker's like, boy, there's no denying that I'm going to kill you at WrestleMania. It's like, yep.
I will take your soul.
And as Undertaker finishes, all we hear is, oh, yes, my Undertaker. I'm sorry, I can never get the pitch right. No disrespect intended.
Oh, yes,
that's what
my Undertaker.
So CM Punk is doing to... Now, I want to preface this by saying I thought this promo was brilliant, if not with an error. But this CM Punk has the urn, and he's playing with it. Juggling it around, swinging it around his body, hooping it under the legs, almost dropping on a few occasions, but always grabbing it. So,
having a good old time, basically.
Kind of like Mr. Not Quite So Perfect. And he's talking about... he does say a line... No, he's quite perfect.
He said, not so perfect at all.
But basically, CM Punk did a great promo, except he makes one mistake where he goes, "You've never faced a man quite like me."
I thought he meant when he dropped the urn and said, oh shit.
No. I think that's perfectly fine. But yeah, he says, "You never face a man like me," except when he was world champion, and he did the screw job to Undertaker, turning Teddy Long heel for a very short space of time.
No, Teddy was a patsy.
Yeah, but heel in the eyes of the fans.
Well, yeah, but Teddy's always a heel in the eye of fans. You don't like him.
No. Tag team match, player.
I'm bringing the hood to you.
What you gonna do? Oh, oh, do the Teddy dance. But, it was a great promo. And, the IWC. I laugh at the IWC sometimes. Their immediate response is,
Sometimes?
Yeah, that was uncomfortable. That was awkward to do. I mean, he just went the end. I wonder if that was your point. I wonder.
Do you know what? Paulie said it a few months ago. You fans cry out for the old days of the Attitude Era, but when you get a little taste of it, it's too much for you. Exactly. You have the nerve to chant ECW whenever Paul Heyman is around, but the more Paul Heyman gives and CM Punk give you a little bit of extreme, that's not right. You shouldn't do that.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Bitches, be happy. You want attitude, you want extreme, you're getting it.
Oh, by the way, Geek.
Yo.
You're going to love this.
Uh-huh.
One person of the IWC who remained nameless because he's so insignificant I forgot his name, turned around and said, "Nothing ever this disrespectful towards a dead person, real or fictitious, ever happened in the Attitude Era."
Katie Vick!
And before Katie Vick, there was... I'm just trying to... Let's see if I can jog your memory. There's a really big guy, right, called Paul.
Nope.
Yes, he is.
Nope.
Really big guy called Paul White.
Nope.
His gimmick...
Nope.
His gimmick name is Big Show.
Nope.
And he was in a feud with the Big Boss Man.
Nope.
And the Big Boss Man went to Paul White's dad's funeral.
Nope.
Tied a hook and chain to the casket.
Nope.
And drove off with it.
With Big Show kind of swoon on the casket. And then wrote a very endearing card that ended with, "I'm so sorry your daddy finally croaked." But no, never happened.
Never happened. And did Vince McMahon, after the Attitude Era, somewhere between the Attitude Era and the "oh my god, what the hell's going on" era, kind of go, "I'm going to kill myself"? Oh, what about Tim White's suicide angle on the internet? Oh, yeah. WWE have a habit of doing it. And you know why? Because it's entertainment. Here's the thing. There's an unspoken rule when it comes to wrestling, right? You can pretty much get away with most of the shit they do in movies, except rape. That's essentially where the borderline is. You can allude to a lot of things. You can even do a lot of things in storyline. But that's like no, we don't do this. Even movies should be careful with that one. Although there's a lot of people who think they should never do rape as a story. I think that's pretty stupid. But that's for a different show. And trust me, I'm going to get letters. But in wrestling, they do this. And the thing is, certain smarks will not be happy with, and we're smarks, let's not be, let's be, think about it, I don't know. We are marks, but technically because we're smartened up, we're supposed to be smart. But
we're as smartened up as they want us to be.
Yeah.
That's what I've always said.
Yeah. So
we are as smart as the people want us to
be. We see wrestling for what it is, okay? It's a form of entertainment. But you get a lot of people say, you can say these people, well, Paul Bearer would have wanted this. Don't care. Well, his family approved of it. They shouldn't have. It's like, well, What fucking business is
Let me
somebody
put it
else?
this way. You ain't got no right to say what his family can or cannot accept. You have no right to say what Paul Bearer would not have wanted. You didn't know the man, and don't know his family.
Yeah. Now, of course, I know some people are going, well, hang on a second. Didn't you say that Owen Hart should be in the Hall of Fame because the fans want him in? And what about his family? His family doesn't want him in. Yeah, his family does. Bret Hart.
Bitch wife doesn't.
Yeah. Bret Hart family wants him in the Hall of Fame. But no, the wife doesn't, because apparently she's owed fictitious money. Canadian money. But the point is, yes, of course, there is a deciding of potential bias, but ultimately, if you're not comfortable with it, mission accomplished. You're not supposed to be comfortable. Guess what? Punk's a heel. Punk is meant to make you feel angry as hell. Why? So when you buy WrestleMania, you're buying it for CM Punk versus The Undertaker. Pardon me? Because you want Undertaker to kill him. You want The Undertaker to destroy CM Punk. Because there's a lot of people who are going, oh my god, CM Punk is like so overrated. I'm not even talking just me. There are people who are like, CM Punk's overrated.
I knew it was the same fuckers that were saying he should be a world champion as well.
Yeah. Don't
forget,
these are the people that were saying that Dolph Ziggler was the next world champion, and now they're saying he's overrated.
I am sick of you lot. I am. I mean, the only reason I do this show is to try and give some positivity out there these days. Mm-hmm. But you fuckers in the IWC make it damn near impossible to find any joy in anything that's fucking happy in a great story or any great match in wrestling today, because you've got to overanalyze it. Unless you get your boots on, you get some knee pads, you get some trunks, some tights, or some jeans or whatever, get in the fucking square circle and do something week in, week out to the capabilities that these people can, you do not get a say in what is overrated.
Exactly. I mean, here's the thing. When it comes to me, there are a lot of stories I think are shit. I think I could book a lot of things a lot better. However, overrated is a really odd term, because there are people I think are overrated. I think The Miz is overrated. I think The Miz is overrated by the WWE. I think people like John Cena are overrated by the WWE. The fans, it's hard to say a superstar is overrated by the fans, because it comes down to preference, what people like. Is John Cena overrated by the fans? Well, in my point of view, yes, but not to several million people. That's where the problem with overrated comes from.
And also, things can be overrated, underrated. Nothing's ever just rated, is it?
Exactly. It exists within two terms. Justin Bieber, overrated.
Hugely.
Right? In my book, I could say, somebody asked me recently on Ask.fm, like, if you could have any right to get more respect or notoriety or fame or whatever, who would it be? And my problem is, like, there are several million people out there that think Stephanie Meyer deserves more respect and more fame and more popularity. There are some people out there who think
fucking stupid.
Yeah, there are millions of people out there who think Stephen King deserves more respect. Tolkien, Rowling.
Yeah, Tolkien does.
Yeah, is it Rowling or J.K. Rowling?
Rowling.
No.
J.K. Rowling.
No, who cares?
Rowling.
There are like there are millions of people who think. There are millions of people who think Terry Pratchett should get more. There are two people that think I should. At the end of the day,
Is that you and your mum?
Yes. I love me mummy.
And she loves you.
Yay. She even beats the shit out of people with a brick in a bag when I need to win a match. Throwback. Yep. But yes, ultimately, it all comes down to your own perspective. I think Twilight's overrated, John Cena's overrated, Justin Bieber's overrated. Well, I don't think I know. But the fact is, I think the WWE overrates a lot of them by trying to peddle this shit as the greatest of all time, when they're not. But few people. I mean, we do it as well. But it's like, well, we really like CM Punk. We can't why. He's a workhorse. John Cena's a workhorse. All right, brand new. But CM Punk can wrestle. CM Punk can put on great matches with anybody. He's like almost like Shawn Michaels without all the bullshit. You know? I mean, and I'm a huge Shawn Michaels fan, but, you know, if you ask me which one I would rather work with, you know, on a regular basis, give me CM Punk. You know, at least we're not going to have issues with Shawn. With CM Punk, it'd be straight up like, look, dude, I'll tell you what, I'm not that good, but I will do whatever I need to do to be good enough for, like, do this match with you. I just be honest and straight. Not like Shawn, you know, who'd click. But anyway.
Who'd click?
Anyway. Getting back to the point, CM Punk does a promo where he makes everyone feel uncomfortable. So much so that he ends up dropping the air and going, oh shit! Which they bleep out.
Just.
Yeah. Which everyone was going, oh, they shouldn't have done that. Me, on the other hand, I was going,
hey, Monk!
Hello.
Hey, Minifunk.
Hello.
I was going, oh, bad move. Bad move, Punk. Take it's going to kill you. Take it.
Taker's gonna kill you. Taker's gonna kill you.
That, I believe, they refer to... I believe they could... You could refer to that as mission accomplished. They actually made me believe the fucking story for a moment. Of going, oh, Taker's gonna fuck you up.
Because then last week you were bitching about how it hadn't got you anything anything for you, and then all of a sudden you see the dead man look at him, and you know what got me? Mm-hmm. When he dropped it? It wasn't anger I saw in Taker. There was a part of him that was really, like, hurt.
Yeah.
It was like, wait a minute, you're angry, but at the same time, like, fuck, man, just give me the urn back.
Yeah, it's like, why are you doing this? Almost. It's like, you already have the match. Really? Is this what you want?
I'll tell you what he wants, what he really wants. I'll tell you what he wants, what he really wants.
For associating Undertaker and Spice Girls, I should strike you down. But anyway, so you had that. What else did we have? Ah, yes, other events that occurred. It was going to be Alberto Del Rio was in, I believe, had a match.
Alberto Del Rio! I love that guy. Can't get me one of them.
In season 1, I did that. I don't know what happened.
In season 3, I'll do it.
Well, it's not going to just me, is it? At this fucking rate. But anyway, get a match.
Sorry, who? Excuse me? Is he a friend of Chris Benoit?
Yes.
That's everyone Jasmine.
Jasmine.
I'm a jazz band. But Alberto Rio had a match. Now I can't remember. Is this one that Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger came up to watch, or
Probably Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter like to watch.
I'm trying to remember what the color because it wasn't Alberto Rio versus Jack Swagger, but they did a bit of brawl. That
happens when you get too high.
Can I just say, have we had enough of this shit already? I mean, I'm over this.
No, I'm still gonna make fun of it.
The weed jokes.
Yeah, I'm over it. That's it.
I thought I was over by the first week.
I was gonna get over the jokes, but
the Extreme Rules poster once again features a fucking War Ginge Minge.
Yeah.
Which is our last nickname for Seamus, War Ginge Minge.
I was going to stop making Jack Swagger getting high jokes, but then I got high. Hey, Joey, give me a touch.
That actually worked quite nicely.
Can one of you fans do me a favour and send me a tweet telling me when that joke was funny?
I was going to, but then I got high.
Anyway, so yeah, I mean, so I just hate that song. But yeah, I mean, I can't remember the context of how it came to be, but eventually got to the point where Alberto Del Rio and Ricardo Rodriguez end up, squaring off against Jack Swagger and Zeb Coulter.
I think Alberto had a match.
Yeah.
He won the match.
Mm-hmm. Because he came out with new music, which is just...
Kind of new. The rest of it was saying is they changed the intro to be more like a mariachi band.
It doesn't work.
I know it doesn't.
The drum beat is completely off sync with your thing. It's just, but yeah, Zeb Coulter and Alberto are getting.
Then Jack came down and attacked.
Right. Alberto Rio ended up throwing Jack to the side, and then he went after Zeb Coulter. Jack attacked him. Rio's down. Zeb and Jack are walking away when Zeb stops. Looks at Ricardo Rodriguez. Calls Jack back. Jack comes back, ankle lock, and then snaps the ankle of Ricardo Rodriguez. I just want to say, great selling job by Ricardo there.
Yeah.
I felt so bad for him.
Me too.
I was like, no! Ricardo! Which does sound like a line from a Spanish soap opera.
Ricardo Rodriguez!
Going completely off topic, I wrote a story today called Simon and the Magical Mystical Pedro.
Okay,
What's that got to do with wrestling?
Well, he's a Mexican wizard.
Adam, this is Friday, so it's till mark out, not Thursday shout.
Hold on. If you go to totalworkout.tumblr.com right now, there's midget wrestling.
Totalworkout.tumblr.com.
So, Ricardo Rodriguez's ankle got broken by Jack Swagger. And so far we've had a broken ankle by an American Patriot, and we've had CM Punk drop the S-bomb and an urn all the same night.
Can WWE decide on what they're calling that ankle lock? Because on TV...
Patriot Lock and the Patriot Act,
they call it the Patriot Act. On the website they call it the Patriot Lock. It's like, pick one.
I think it's probably because they don't want to put the words Patriot Act on the internet.
Yeah.
Also, at WWE.com are asking, does Team Hell No need a diva? To counteract AJ, as we found out on Raw, is now Team Hell No versus Big E and the show-off for the WWE Tag Team titles with AJ Lee in their corner.
Big E.D. Lee?
No, it's Ziggly. But a big capital E at the end, you see. So it's all three of them in one go.
You know who...
That's what the shipping name is.
Okay, so you need a diva to counteract that of
AJ
Lee. And if you're not going to use Paige,
yeah, which would make fucking total sense.
there's only one other person who isn't currently under a contract that you could hire. Daphne.
That would be perfect. Here's the thing, though.
She's busy with Fred.
He got you. Like Black Spider over again.
Yep.
Your boss.
1-0.
Okay.
Dad, take a picture of that face, put it on Tumblr.
Awkward silence.
Right, I'll just be a moment. I'm going to my corner. Good lord, my corner.
Anyhow, what the fuck was I? Yes!
People were thinking it could either be Caitlyn, which would make sense.
Because of the feud.
Yes. Or it would be Lita. Go back for a one-time thing.
But in any respects, I wish Adam wouldn't put shit in the fucking way. In any respect, yes, Team Hell No has a challenge for Dolph Ziggler, for Big E, and AJ Lee. The challenge being that, seeing as we haven't seen Big E Lee in action yet, but he keeps getting involved, let's find out how good he really is.
In the ring.
You know, they wanted to challenge them for a tag team match. And AJ Lee turns around and goes, alright, we accept on two conditions. One, it's at WrestleMania, and two, it's for the tag team titles. Which point Daniel Bryan and Kane go, yes! Yes! Yes!
And Big E goes, okay.
It does go on,
what the fuck? This was a part of the plan.
Yeah, so yeah, we now have a finally tag team championships
on
WrestleMania. Just watch it get moved to the dark match.
But here's the weird one.
Yeah.
Still no Intercontinental title match at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I predict Jericho versus Barrett.
Yeah, I've got a horrible feeling that we're going to get a dark match. Jericho and Fandango.
Well, it's going to be a pre-show, isn't it? So.
Yeah, because I know what happens on SmackDown, and it looks like they're setting up a Jericho Fandango feud. dancing with the stars off. Just...
That sounds awesome!
Ugh. Yeah, Fandango. I'm not going to wrestle. Jericho. I invented that. I'm a dancing superstar. I invented that. I'm Wes Barkley. I invented that. So, Geek showed me gifts on his phone, distracted me from our jobs.
This is part of my job, bitch. I'm moderating the Tumblr site.
Anyway, so yes, we also have a tag team match built up. This recap is going really well. The problem is, right now, I really enjoyed Raw, but there's a lot of spots on Raw. It was more storyline than anything else, really.
They had a triple threat match.
Great triple threat match, which, no doubt, I know at least two people that went. Basically, it was Wade Barrett.
Hold on. Wikipedia must have been hacked at some point. Cody Rhodes put this on Twitter.
Right.
Cody Rhodes, Wikipedia page. Cody Rhodes, born June 30th, 1506.
Wow.
Is an American professional wrestler signed to WWE, better known by his ring name, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Okay.
June 30th, 1506, age 506.
Yeah. Okay, getting back to the recap!
That's funny.
Anyway, getting back to the recap segment of the show.
Getting back to the recap.
You get rid of jingles and it all comes unglued. Where the fuck was I? Yes, you had an Intercontinental triple threat match, Miz, Barrett, and Jericho. Great fucking match. Ended with Wade Barrett getting the win, retaining his title. I know these two people go, well, what's the point? You can have a title retention. That's your point. Here's the thing, sometimes champions, they retain their titles. It happens. I know it sounds incredible, but it happens. But I thought it was a great match.
It was a great match.
Even if one of the people was The Miz.
We didn't really see much.
I mean, it was a good enough job. For all three parts. I even love the fact that at the end of the match, basically, Jericho hits the code breaker. Jericho hit the code breaker, thought he was going to get the win, didn't. Miz, he goes up top, also like that. Miz gets back to his feet, counters a move, hits the skull crusher finale on Jericho. Barrett runs in, pushes Miz out the way, pins Jericho, or rolls up Miz, one, two.
He rolls up Miz.
Retains the title. As he's walking away, he points to his elbow and goes, I didn't even need it! Too easy!
And Miz is sitting there going,
Exactly. Pretty fucking cool as well. We also had...
Okay, well, that's just wrong.
You really... I really shouldn't try even communicating with you when you have an iPhone during the recap.
I honestly think John Cena should wear his old NXT outfit for WrestleMania. How? Live, breathe, eat WWE. Oh, that's a fucking even better! He was never in NXT, you dumb bitch! I bet you're a 13-year-old fucking girl. Come here. Come to that. Yeah, you're a 14-year-old girl. Hi guys. Spelled H-A-I-G-U-I-S-E. Hi guys.
Okay.
I like John Cena and Sheamus and Randy Orton.
Well, then you're wrong.
Does she not mean Nexus, by any chance?
Nope, NXT, she said.
He never was in NXT. Stupid fucking idiot. But anyway, other things that feature on the show.
Liquid nitrogen.
Was John Cena on? Yeah, John Cena's at the beginning.
Was John Cena on the show? Yeah.
Oh yeah, John Cena at the beginning.
With Darren Young.
Right.
And, what was his name? Pancake Patterson.
Right.
Floyd Pancake Patterson.
Titus O'Neil dressed up as his grandfather.
It wasn't his grandfather, it was his uncle.
Okay, can somebody explain to me why they did that?
Because apparently they wanted to give Titus a reason to go out there and see if he was entertaining.
But why did the wig and the why?
To see if he could pull off something different.
Who made this decision?
I don't know. Someone who probably thinks John Cena was in NXT.
Right, whoever made that decision, you're fired. I know I technically can't do that, but fuck it, you're fired! I mean, What kind of moron thinks, you know what would be fucking hilarious? What, if we take Titus O'Neil? Yeah? We'll let him do funny shit. When we write the funny shit for him. And you lost me. It's ridiculous. He goes out and it's like... I was laughing at Darren Young. And I think Titus O'Neil's the funniest of the two. But to make him do that, it was like, why? Well, the only thing I can think of is that it's a conspiracy to make Cena look good.
Yep. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner, and you're good.
But then he turns in and goes and buries Darren Young in a brief match.
My God.
I
didn't really see John Cena faces black double counter.
Yeah, well. Of course, just be posted on Twitter at the time. It's two former Nexus members facing off against each other. So, woot. Other stuff that happened, of course, you've got the final moment of the show, which was the contract signing between Paul Heyman, representing Brock Lesnar, and Triple H. Of course, Triple H wouldn't know what the stipulations of the match were until he signed the contract. So Triple H is there, Paul Heyman comes up with security, and Paul Heyman basically starts doing his normal hollering. Triple H says... Triple H basically says, look, let's get on with this, signs the contract, and once he signs the contract, Paul Heyman basically says, seeing as you've signed it, seeing as I have a captive audience, allow me to enjoy this for a moment. And he goes off rattling the various things he could have picked. That's why this match is going to be a blindfold match. But no, Brock Lesnar wants you to look into his eyes as he destroys you. So it's going to be a handcuff match, and your hands and legs are chained together. But then, no, that would be the coward's way. You'd have an excuse. So maybe the winner will get Stephanie McMahon, your wife. And
boom!
Trips, gets pissed, and starts...
Well, honestly, it would as well.
Starts sending bodies flying
off.
What was
funny though was the way he grabbed Paul.
Yeah.
By the neck, over, head first, into the chair next to him, pounds on his head a couple of times. The security guards then come after him, and you're going, oh, this is where the security guards grab him, Brock comes out. Nope!
Triple H
down goes one.
That's 4 security guards.
3.
The first one goes, the second goes, I'm pretty sure it's those 3, because the first and second one go. The third one looks at Trips, looks at Heyman, and then gets out the ring. Smart. That's the guy I want on my card. Like, well, at least I know what I'm getting. So now Triple H grabs Paul, throws him onto the table, and then Heyman, seeing as I have a captive audience, I'm to enjoy this a moment, and then starts beating the shit, slaps him across the face a few times.
Hey, you like that bitch? Yeah, you like that,
rips open his shirt to reveal a Brock Lesnar shirt underneath.
My God.
At which point, he rips that as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
And we see the sandpaper of the Extreme One.
Oh, God.
And, will you stop reading the...
I just found out something about El Generico.
What?
They've changed his name.
I know that.
No, they've changed his name.
We know that.
It's now Sami Zayn.
So they changed it again?
Yes. To Sami Zayn.
For God's sake, Maduri, you have been handed a chalice of a gimmick. El Generico has been built on the indie scene for freaking ages. He is a god among indie wrestlers. You have been handed a crafted. You have been handed the holy grail of indie wrestlers, and you go and rename him and give him different masks and such. No, that is not what you do, WWE. You done messed up, boys. You done messed up. You go take your money and you replace it for a brain, because my God, you have messed up his character.
Okay.
And also, something.
Right.
Alright,
So,
I changed him the first time. He was perfect. He was El Generico.
I didn't realize I was presenting the show with the Reverend Al Sharpton.
In a time, we had a black El Generico. Can I get it?
Put a black man in the main event, by God Almighty, God Almighty, God Almighty.
We need a black Spider-Man.
Go on. Well, half Puerto Rican.
Now that, son, is a rabbit head.
But, yes, and it's a black Superman.
But you're a black Superman.
I am.
A black Superman.
I am. I'm black and proud.
No, you're not.
That's what my cousin tells me.
Good for you.
Anyway, getting back to, I don't know, the recap. Yep.
Well, get on to the last bit of the recap then.
I am desperately
Your
trying.
phone's going off.
I turned it off.
What was it you didn't?
I did. I bet the alarm.
Quickly before Spoonie tells us for copyright.
You can't hear it, and if you don't fucking mention it, it would be fine.
Whatever.
I like muffins.
Jesus Christ, this is turning out to be a great show.
Caitlin had to kiss my ass, though.
Oh, fucking hell.
Is she?
Anyway, for the love of fucking Jiminy Cricket, Christ and the Progress Act!
I've been told I need to do some extracurricular activities.
So, Undertaker then pretty much stabs Paul in the chest. You know, thankfully there's a clipboard in the way. Signing, basically demanding that he basically sign the contract. At which point, Brock Lesnar's music hits. Brock Lesnar starts to go around, Paul Heyman's out the ring, goes up to Brock, and he says, it's alright, we've won. Goes up the top, and by the way, Brock's got a chair, and he's smashing the shit out of it before he even gets to the ring. Triple H has got a sledgehammer. They get at the top of the ramp, and Paul Heyman goes, Triple H, it's time to reveal what the match type is. I'm like, alright. He goes, it's going to be a no-disqualification match. And Triple H is laughing, going, oh yeah, I like this. A bit too much, you know what I mean? At which point, by the way,
he strokes his sledgehammer.
Yeah. At which point he goes, and if you, by the way, your career is on the line. And collectively, I think the world went, what?
You mean a match you would have accepted even without knowing?
And even then, his career would be over. You mean the CEO won't be able to wrestle anymore?
You mean the guy who has just came back kind of from retirement to fight you is going to have to retire again?
Well, you have fought this through.
Oh, wait a minute. You're not talking about Triple H's career. You're talking about Paul's career.
I mean, he'll still be the COO. He just won't be allowed to wrestle anymore. And this has been confirmed by other people who are tweeting to, highlight the gimmicks. Steph, Shawn Michaels. And
Holy shit!
Let him do the recap.
Go on.
Go on.
No. Go on. The people expect it now.
Okay, well, our American viewers might be interested in knowing this.
Yes.
To watch WrestleMania in HD, like we can, will cost us how much? It's like 16 quid.
It's like 15, about 17 quid, I'd probably guess.
Yeah, 17 quid. $69.95.
$69.95. Jesus.
$70 to watch WrestleMania in HD. Will Undertaker and CM Punk be fighting in their fucking living room for that?
I know, but I hope Steve Sekila's getting me drinks.
But make sure there's a little rope she has to climb up every time she gets a drink. Oh, Stacey, what's that? Nothing. Oh, wait a minute, Stacey.
I can't help but say, it's just the way the room's laid out. I can't help it.
Oh, sorry, Stacey. Wait a minute. What was that? No, never mind.
So glad my lasses listens to the show. Anyway, so yes. So Triple H then starts looking worried. Where we're going? What? And the show draws to a close. So basically...
However, we have missed something.
What?
Ryback versus Mark Henry in our average Who Gives a Fuck match.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. There are people in the IWC shitting themselves for joy. We get Ryback and Mark Henry!
Who was asking for this match? Bob.
The IWC, apparently.
Apparently the IWC don't have an opinion.
Everybody's wanted to see this, apparently.
Apart from people that didn't because they had sense of what would make a good WrestleMania match.
Let's see. Mark Henry versus Ryback has never been seen. Never.
Also, there was that time that the great Carly and Mark Henry fought each other, and I imagine that's nothing like what this is.
Well, this one would actually probably be better than that.
No offense, but it's so fucking what? You got two big guys.
Do you know what it is? We've seen Mark Henry do the World's Strongest Slam to Ryback, right? So there's your first mistake. You should have left it so you'd never seen that.
Yeah.
So you could build it up as can either one of them get their finishing move. Now, all we're going to do is go, well, can Ryback get shell-shocked on Mark Henry?
Probably.
Or what move can he pull out of his arsenal?
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to tell you right now, we'll probably be watching WrestleMania together. Mm-hmm. You'll see me mark out if he picks that fucking big man up to do a shell shock.
Yeah, but it's just, at the end of the day, I'm like, meh, I don't care. Did I want to see Ryback at Mania? Absolutely. Him, Mark Henry?
And of course, Big Show joins.
Big Show has pretty much unofficially joined the 3-man tag team match against the Shield.
The team of the Apex Warriors is now the Big Apex Warriors.
I do not care for Randy Orton.
We call them the Godmothers.
I feel sorry for Sheamus at this point because I don't have a problem with Sheamus. I really don't. But he's on a team that now the Big Show's on, I can kind of give a shit. But before
I can kind of give a shit.
But Randy fucking Orton is such a... I mean, you could get rid of him and buy 2 great wrestlers for the price of him.
You could get rid of him by several trees.
I just nearly threw up because of what I wrote, so just keep going.
Red, what do you...
I'm going to need a minute. Go on, keep going.
Do you want to show me?
Well, it's time... No. Well, this is basically... this is how we're...
Wrestling Rumours!
But I wasn't going to do that yet.
Sorry.
Oh, you reversed it and so... Okay. Basically...
I can do that now.
Apart from... and Cena won.
And Cena won.
Yeah. So basically, what have we learned from the WWE? You know, we have learned that CM Punk is a fucking moron! Why are you poking our mask up with a toothpick?
Why wouldn't I?
It tickles.
Good point. We have learned that the Big Show may be joining the team. Well, will be joining the team. Sorry. Definitely maybe. Definitely maybe. Not guaranteed at all or been seen coming in the past several weeks. Will be joining the 3-man team that will face the Shield at WrestleMania. And what do we say about the Shield?
The Shield!
Okay. We have learned that...
Or, as he did on NXT, you will remember to believe in the Shield!
We've learned that...
that one.
We've learned that when you're Intercontinental Champion, you don't always need...
Sierra Hotel, India, Echo, Lima, Delta, Shield.
We've learned that when you're the Intercontinental Champion, sometimes the bar barrage doesn't have to do all the work to get the win.
Boom, baby, boom! Only one with Barrett.
We also know that John Cena should never ever be allowed to be put on the promo against someone that is far better than them because they'll just bury the person.
Millions of dollars!
And we've also learned that, Ricardo Rodriguez is one hell of a seller. And we've learned that at WrestleMania, Triple H's semi-non-existent career is on the line. So, a very productive Raw.
And Cena won.
Now, therefore, we now move on to the next segment, which is... There you see it.
Wrestling Rumours! Begin!
Starting off with the DDP, Scott Hall.
What are you licking?
I don't know.
Stick
my tongue out.
There are still 17 days left of the Scott Hall Indiegogo project. However, the goal of $8,000 has been reached. In fact, we are at $91,506. So,
almost as much as Randy Orton's salary.
A week.
And, ladies and gentlemen, the surgery has been scheduled.
Good.
That's right. Scott Hall's actual surgery is scheduled. I'm going to have to quickly jump on Twitter because I did have the date and I forgot to load it up today. Oh, shut your fucking face!
I'm the fucker. You're not a fucker. I'm the fucker.
I've just got to find.
Is that the bad guy?
Is it at the back? No, that's Scott Hall Individual.
Someone's sending the wrong tweets.
So I do apologise for this, folks. So right, Scott Hall.
I like how he took the clickers as background picture.
Because he posted on his Twitter here. It was a while ago, so it's like it was this week.
Wow, he tweets a lot, doesn't he?
Yep.
Making conversation, that's cool.
Because he did say along the lines of, like on 21st of March, he wrote, "Good morning, I'm heading to the cardiologist to get his clearance for the upcoming hip surgery. On the upside, he has a hot nurse."
Hey, yo.
That's Scott Hall.
Hey, yo.
Let's keep scrolling. They see me scrolling.
They see me rolling.
I believe life is God's gift to me. What I do is with my gift to God. Now it's time for white eggs.
Perfect mixture of deliciousness.
Oh yeah, here it is. On the 19th of March, he posted, "I keep waiting for someone to tell me this is a joke, but Survey says it's for real. Operation set for April 9th. Thanks for all the love. And if you want to follow Scott Hall on Twitter, you can at Scott Hall NWO. Geek, what's wrong?
Chair broke.
I mean, it broke.
It won't go back.
Alright. Eventually he's clicking first. Alright, so Scott Hall surgery is scheduled for April 9th, where he'll get a hip replacement surgery.
I'm trying to hold it down. With that.
Okay. WWE is looking for a new vice president of WWE Kids Entertainment. WWE wants to promote their
Sweet, I'll do it.
WWE wants to promote their product even harder to kids and families.
Even harder.
They want news, ideas, and initiatives to push the product to mothers and their children. WWE wants someone with at least 10 years of experience in children's programming who is very in tune with pop culture and current trends.
I'm perfect. I have at least 10, about 22 years of children entertainment experience.
I don't think they mean watching it.
That's still experience, right?
It's experience to me!
Damn it! And Kurt Angle was the latest WWE alumni.
Yes. Bully Ray posted the following on Twitter recently regarding the fine incident in Chicago, Illinois. You invented fags, you faggot, is what he said.
And I'm not condoning the use of the term.
Yeah.
Just look at the guy's profile picture on Twitter.
Yeah. And in fairness,
the fan that Bully Ray said
he's a heel. He's a heel. Anyway.
I probably get a lot of hate now for stuff.
Had a very positive talk with the man I got into a verbal altercation with in Chicago. I personally apologise for my careless choice of words and my ignorance with regard to the certain slurs I used. I take full responsibility, and once again, I apologise to all.
The guy actually tweeted him and said it's okay.
Yeah.
And if you need me to squash anything, just give me a message.
Yeah.
I was like, that's really fucking cool. Also, Bully Ray, best heel in the business, and what's great is the fact that I'm actually watching TNA now because he's the world champion and he's got me interested in it.
Yes. From the Wrestling Observing newsletter, with last Monday's Raw taking place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, many expected Bruno Sammartino to appear since that's where he lives. WWE decided against him even showing up backstage because they want his big return to take place during WrestleMania weekend. Stop poking me. There have been talks of turning Kofi Kingston heel. It is believed that he's been booked in such a way for so long he won't be able to get over as a top babyface unless they give him a good heel run.
He's stale.
How is he going to be a heel? What's he going to do? I'm the evil Jamaican. Ooh.
Wouldn't be hard to turn Kofi heel. Kofi has
He's the jackass from Jamaica.
From PW Insider, David Kreisman was a writer on All My Children and has been for WWE for about 4 or 5 months. He's been well received thus far. There is further talk of hiring writers with sole backgrounds due to their strength in writing weekly episodic television. Why should we care about David Kreisman? Well, that's because he has been upgraded. He's been upgraded in the writing department, as we reported recently. I'm trying to find the name here. Former WWE Creative member Cole Bauer had tweeted that David Kreisman had been promoted to the position of head writer. So basically, what my concern is, the person who is head writer for WWE right now was a writer on All My Children, a soap writer. This is wrestling. Where the fuck did all the bookers go?
Oh, that's a dirty word.
I know. I mean,
do you know where the bookers went?
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame. Can you dig it?
In addition,
sucker!
And by the way, people, when you post an original and update, the update should follow at the end of an article, not the beginning.
I know. A lot of people do that. Because it's like the update is the first thing you see if you're going. Because it says, look, backstage update, and the update should come up.
An update makes no sense out of context.
Well, fuck you.
No. In addition,
Brian... He never says yes.
In addition, Brian Gerwin... You can do better. In addition, Brian Gerwitz has been more involved in creative, but that is specifically in regard to The Rock heading into WrestleMania as opposed to him returning to a head writer position. At this time, Paul Heyman's contract is only as a performer, and there have been no moves to make him part creative, though he gives input to talent who asks for help. There is something which has changed. Triple H has...
The game!
Triple H has started slowly imposing this rule, where scriptwriters are no longer allowed to write word-for-word scripts. They have to do bullet points to allow writers to allow talent to kind of work with their own style. During Thursday Night Impact Wrestling, TNA announced the following changes to the X Division. All matches will now be three-way bouts, triple threat, and the division will now have a weight limit of 230 pounds.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Which means that both of us out.
That's not even the point!
Going back to the beginning of TNA in 2002, the X Division was previously founded with the tagline of, "It's not about weight limits, it's about no limits."
That's even the worst part of this.
What would be the worst part?
Three-way matches.
Uh-huh.
Every match should not be a three-way match, otherwise what's the point of having a three-way match?
Because 3 ways are better than 2 ways. Much better than...
No, one of them's ugly. Eric Bischoff appeared on Inside the Ropes Thursday night to discuss Bret Hart's criticism of him and more. Here are some of the highlights. In regards to Bret's WCW return. I had spoken to and met Bret several times before he made the jump. I was obviously excited to have him, but clearly Bret Hart was very broken. And in my opinion, still is. From the interviews I hear him do, a very sad, broken and bitter person. That was pretty evident when he first came over. He was a shadow of a shell of his former self, wherever Bret was. The high point of his character, what I got was kind of broken, sad shell of that, and quite honestly, I don't think he's ever come out of it. On Bret saying that Bischoff knows nothing about wrestling. It's not unusual for guys like Bret Hart from that era. The only way they know how to get over is to get over the expense of someone else. Bret Hart tried very hard to stay relevant. Unfortunately, he's no longer relevant. He was a big star, had a big name at one point, and he was an important character in the history of the business, but he's not any longer, and I'm sure that's hard on him. I know myself how it feels to realise that your biggest and best days as a performer are behind you. I'm very comfortable with that. I've embraced it, but it's hard for a lot of guys who've never been anything other than performers. They have a hard time with that. It's not easy getting older in the wrestling business, believe me, when you're surrounded by younger and younger people who in many ways aren't as over or as skilled as popular as you may have been or still are now. But this business is a business that's served by youth and change, and for someone like Bret, that manifests itself into his personality, lashing out at others. It's funny, when he came to me, he hated Vince McMahon. He hated everyone in WWE from the office to half the roster. He didn't have a good thing to say about any of the McMahons. Then when he got the opportunity to go back and work for them, he had to shift that. Then his hatred was for someone else like Bill Goldberg for giving him concussion, now it's for me and for Hulk. There's no rhyme or reason for it, and as far as it's opinion of my value and what I've achieved in the wrestling business, I'll let my body of work and success speak for itself. And finally, on his TNA future,
small.
I really don't plan on being in the wrestling business too much longer, and I say that in a very grateful and positive way. This business has been great for me and my family. It's been almost 30 years. I'm still shocked to this day. My goal now isn't to accomplish anything professionally because I've kind of been there, done that. My goal now is going to sound kind of corny. I really like teaching. I like watching guys like Matt Conway and Dave Lagana, watching them grow into new areas they haven't been able to get into before. Someday, hopefully in the near future, I'm going to be able to walk away from the business and what I do. I want to be able to know I was able to shape in one way or shape or form guys who will still carry on and be the future of the business.
Do you mean Dave Lagana? That'd be the same guy who worked for that small company called WWE?
Yes, well. And next on our list, word is that referee Jack Doan is no longer with WWE, according to several WWE employees. There is no reason.
Jack Doan's a pussy magnet.
There is no reason confirmed yet as to why Doan was released. He had been with WWE since 1991. According to Yahoo.com, Chris Masters-Monetsky will be featured on Good Morning America today. Monetsky, Chris Masters, recently made news when he rescued his mother from a burning home, ripping a tree from the ground with his bare hands.
You may have an army. We have Chris Masters.
Fucking Cena fans are pissing me off.
And finally, TMZ.com has confirmed the report by eWrestling News, and Paul Bearer's family signed off on the CM Punk earn angle, which is being used to build the Undertaker vs CM Punk match at WrestleMania 29.
Can I just say something as well?
Yes.
This is from eWrestling News, and it says it confirmed our original report.
Yeah.
Hey Ryan, nothing you report's a fucking original. Everything comes up from a source. You cocksucking cunt.
And that would be all from this week's Wrestling News and
I
Rumours.
thought I was going to end with that. And that we all from Geek this week.
Please, we're already losing one member. I can't lose another one. Otherwise, it'll just be me hosting the show. And let's face it, nobody wants that.
Hello.
Your mascot.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, darling.
Hello. Is it me you're looking for?
Hello, hello.
Oh, me darling. Oh, me darling. Oh, me darling.
Tangerines.
Thou art lost and gone forever.
Can I have a tangerine?
No.
Anyway,
Let's
so,
get a tangerine.
Geek, if you are ready, and if you're ready, and if I'm ready, and if he's ready, it just means I'll never be ready.
Cue the jingle!
No.
Not finished, ready.
I say my bit. We don't do the jingles anymore. I just say my bit. Are you ready?
Them to do a jingle.
I'm not doing jingles.
Well, I like my jingle.
You haven't got a jingle anymore because the mean men at WWE turned around and said, "Oh, you can't do that anymore."
But I like my jingle.
But they took it away, Geek. They wouldn't let us use them
Oh.
because they said, "Oh, you're using our music."
Well, maybe we could use Bully Ray's music. Or Aces and Eights music.
It could, but then I'd have to make a jingle, and then I'm not doing a jingle this week.
But I like my jingle.
I'm not making a jingle this week.
Dan, I'll hum a jingle. Okay.
Alright, okay.
Okay,
Well,
what kind of what song do you want?
Bully Ray's.
He doesn't watch TNA.
Aces and Eights.
He doesn't watch TNA. Can we? Can we?
I'll try humming King of Kings. This is acceptable. Or I can try King of My World.
We'll play.
Okay.
I'll do King of My World. You just have it, and I'll hum it.
Okay. You can always try singing it.
Okay.
They can't pick it up that way. Okay, so it's
Put
Geek.
a tiny logo.
Okay, it's Geek Kings. You get it!
I'm the king of my world. I'm the king of my world.
Break down the walls around you
With the walls of Jericho.
3, 2, 1.
Here I go!
Looking like that.
Well, there you go.
Well, I'm sorry, Dan, but I can only do
The
what
people at WWE said we can't use their
I'm
stuff.
sorry, Father.
Well, good job I'm going for disappointments this week, aren't I?
Yes.
Brock Lesnar.
Not my fucking fault.
Matches for Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar vs Eddie Guerrero, No Way Out 2004. Pretty much speaks for itself. WWE title match.
That's me.
Good. Kurt Angle vs Brock Lesnar 2003.
Okay.
SummerSlam for the WWE title, I believe. You know that match.
I know that match.
Good match.
Yeah.
Fun match. Nice little result at the end of it. Enjoy. And sticking with disappointments in the world of professional wrestling. Eric Bischoff
Yes.
versus... There's so many bad Eric Bischoff matches. Eugene losing, get his head shaved bald. Taboo Tuesday 2004. Watch as Bischoff goes from a natural black
Yes.
to a unnatural grey.
Yeah, well, he dyed his hair to make the boys feel better about themselves.
Exactly.
And that Geeks.
That was You Gotta Watch.
Yeah, which means it's time to jump into it's basically time to jump in and answer your questions in hashtag Fan Corner. And we've got some questions this week.
Hey.
I love the fact that you still think... I mean, I could bring back that particular jingle because it was in the public domain, but
Bring back that.
I'm not doing it this week. I'm not making any jingles this week.
We'll
It's too much of an editing job to try and fucking do.
We'll discuss it later.
You'll discuss fuck all.
I like it!
You have no vote.
Can I have some Coke?
Nope.
Yes.
Yay!
That's the one you opened before, and then I've got the other bottle here.
Thank you.
We have a request. We have a request on Twitter from You Gonna Get Gary, who says, "Can we hear you guys attempting at pronouncing Fandango correctly? You must be great you must be great at it by now. Everyone has given it a try. I bet. Hashtag breathe the ears. He does go on and say, for my second request, video this part. You dance a bit and then say the name, complete with arm linkage and a female dancer. And sparkly pants at the very least. No, but we will try and say it properly.
I forgot my sparkly pants.
Yes. And I can't get a female
I didn't
dancer.
forget my sparkly pants, and I'm just feeling let down.
So, we've all got to have a go at saying it. So, who goes first?
You, because you hate the man.
I do hate the man.
Well, you hate the gimmick.
No, not you're gonna get got. Fandango.
Yeah.
You hate the gimmick.
Right. Fandango.
No, you didn't believe it.
Of course I don't believe it.
Didn't believe it. Funk!
Fuck Fandango.
Fandango fucks you.
No, he doesn't.
Fandango.
Good try.
Thank you.
Fandango. You got to breathe the A's. Fandango.
I wish he'd breathe nitrous oxide.
That is cruel.
And
I hope that satisfies you.
And from Tumblr, 2 questions here, ladies and gentlemen. Our first question is, caught up on your episodes, glad to see you guys back on track.
Thank you.
Yep.
I already took him a month.
Shut the fuck up. My question is, what do you guys consider to be the most uncomfortable storyline or promo for you personally? This one. Stop poking me! Right? Right. So, what do you guys consider to be the most uncomfortable storyline or promo for you personally to try and sit through, and why do you find it uncomfortable? Try and sit through an episode as a bitch because he keeps poking, prodding, tickling, and now putting his foot upon me.
Most uncomfortable storyline or promo.
Katie Vick comes to mind for me, but that's maybe because it was like, really? You're doing this shit?
Michael McIntyre.
What?
He's just whole set's uncomfortable and make good shit.
No, in professional wrestling.
Promos
and storylines.
Alright, in that case.
Not comedy sets.
You've got Michael McGillicuddy, the genesis of McGillicuddy.
Oh,
that was uncomfortable. Fucking
my
watch.
time.
This is just the beginning of Michael. This is the beginning, the end, the start. What the fuck are you talking about? That was pretty uncomfortable as a promo. Mustaches? Or even mustaches. Or the mustache. It's a thin layer of hair above the lip. No, I don't have a mustache, but I have a better mustache than all the people here.
For me, it was probably the Vincent McMahon thing. That was just like watching Stephanie McMahon do her public thing where she was speaking on behalf of the family. That was like, this really is in bad taste. Because he's like, when it comes to a real death, at the very least, I know it sounds weird, but at the very least, it happened. You're not making...
They were going to make it fake his own death. That
was the thing. But it was like, it was just watching someone having to feign a feigned sympathy of that as they would feel for, like, say, Owen Hart. It was like, wow, this is uncomfortable for me. So that was what most uncomfortable for me.
Most uncomfortable, or is that most uncomfortable? Is it?
It's most uncomfortable storyline or promo.
Yeah.
So
storyline promos are just uncomfortable.
Yeah, promo was that Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah,
that was it because that was
storyline. I don't know if I've ever been uncomfortable by an entire storyline.
For me, I'll tell you which one it was. It was Kurt Angle, Booker T.
Yeah, that was pretty uncomfortable.
I Want Your Wife. That was just...
Yeah, that was uncomfortable.
That made me like, Kurt, are you a rapist?
Yeah, and then he kidnapped...
Shamrock?
No, he kidnapped Joy Giovanni from Big Show.
Yeah.
Which was weird. And they never actually found out if Big Show was tapping that ass. Or if they were just good friends, like he was with Kelly.
And finally... I
don't think I've ever been uncomfortable by my entire story.
Adam, what about yourself? Most uncomfortable promo, most uncomfortable storyline?
Mark Henry, Mae Young.
Boom, we have a winner.
Alright, last one. Can we hear the Marks cutting a minute or so long old school style promo on one of the other Marks for an upcoming match in a random town?
Let's make fun of Jizby.
But I'm guessing EVD will follow his hero and do his via satellite.
Oh, shit. See what happens, Jizzy, when you miss one of your episodes? The fucking Marks come after you.
Wow. Fucking... I wish... for that question, I wish it wasn't anonymous. I'd love to know who posted that one. But what's the definition of old school? Because all we told old school...
So, back in the day, when they would come into a town and it's... like you see on the SmackDown ones, we get, like, they come into a town and, like... I don't know, have you seen the Kane and Daniel Bryan one? Mm-hmm. Where they turn around and they go... Daniel Bryan's like, yeah, the Shield, we're gonna... And then, like, Kane cuts one, and then at the end of it, Daniel Bryan sits there and goes, yeah, what he said, and walks away.
See, I mean, for me,
it's like, we're gonna come... It's like you choose a random city, little town, say, Little Rock, Arkansas.
See,
but I come to Little Rock, Arkansas, I'm gonna whip you into a new...
Yeah. See, to me, old school's like Mick Foley. Because that's old school to me, where Mick Foley... Because Mick Foley just sitting in a room... But for me, old school is sitting in a room, a camera on you, and you're the only person there.
Yeah, but they mean an old school promo for an upcoming show.
So, shit. That's how I interpret it. Because I don't like those promos. Because it's like, you're trying to convince us that wrestling is real. You're not doing a good job. I never liked those promos. I never did.
You look at me as if I'm supposed to say something here.
No, I'm because everyone's opinion is valid. I'm just saying, for me, I never liked those promos because I always felt like, we're coming down and we're going to... It's just like... You should always talk to an opponent as you would talk to a person, as far as I'm concerned.
You're forgetting something.
What's that?
That you're thinking that the wrestling was, at one point, was not portrayed as that. Well, wrestling was portrayed as real and believed to be real.
But that's the thing. It's like, I'm not saying that I'm not saying that never worked. What I'm saying is I never liked that.
No one has else.
Yeah,
he didn't ask your opinion on it.
No, but I have to explain my position on it. So it'd be like if somebody said to me, "Could you tell a fucking story in the style of a particular writer?" Well, no, if I think they're shit. I mean, I could give it a try, but then I would be disrespecting that particular art because it is an art. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean it's not good for everybody else.
Oh, definitely not. There's some people who can do it straight away, but some
precisely. For me, I've always preferred a pro where this person and they're just talking as if they're...
You always prefer reality.
Not necessarily reality, but art imitating reality. Yes, but it's like the Undertaker promo that he did this week, where he says, "There is no doubt that you're going to get your ass kicked at WrestleMania." That to me, I believe that. I never really liked how The Undertaker was, of course, there was his character, so I wasn't trying to hold it against him. But if anybody had dared ask me my opinion, because God knows I could go off for one, as I am now, I would have said, to be honest with you, I hate that shit. I've always hated that shit with The Undertaker. The Leviathans, and it's like, dude, I know it's a character, which is why I say nothing. It's his character, and he's doing it damn well, better than anybody could. Not my thing, because you're not actually dead. You know what I mean? I can't buy into that kind of thing. It'd be like somebody pretending to be like Jesus. I couldn't buy into it. That's why I like my gimmicks to have an element of real. So when Mick Foley pretends to be Cuckoo Cachoo, I could buy into that because it's like he fucking could be. We know that Terry Funk fucking is. Dean Ambrose, definitely. Brian Pillman, fuck yeah. But
maybe the greatest work ever in business is Brian Pillman's career.
Yeah. I mean, Sandman, gets blinded. It actually lives the gimmick. Stuff like that. Stone Cold Steve Austin is a bit of an unfair one because he is Stone Cold Steve Austin.
To be fair, you wouldn't see these promos you only see these promos if they're coming up to your town. Mm. You wouldn't see them on screen TV. Yeah. It would be one of those ones where you'd be sitting there and... The glasses there.
Oh, good, thank you.
But
you'll be sitting there on TV, and all of a sudden...
Probably wash it out first. No.
And all of a sudden you sit there and it would go... it'd be a case of, okay, well, let's pick a random town.
Well, Buffalo, New York.
No, I'm thinking more what I know.
What about Philadelphia? Where's Philadelphia?
No.
Newcastle.
Let's go Newcastle.
Alright, Newcastle.
I know Newcastle a little bit.
You should do.
I've been there enough times.
It's your mecca.
I've been there enough times, you know. I'll be there on Monday.
I would just explain why, for me, the old school pros, because I always felt like it was too much.
One of the upcoming marks.
For example, great promo guy. You know, I know you could go Hollywood, but Jake the Snake Roberts, put him in front of a camera, and he talks.
And Jake did these great.
Yeah.
One of my favourite ones is actually from Jake Roberts. He sit there and go, "Where are we going next week, Mean Gene?" Mean Gene turned and go, "Well, we're in Cleveland, Illinois. We're in Cleveland, Ohio next week, Jake, and we're going to look forward to seeing the good people from there." I don't like Cleveland, Ohio. I don't like you either. I'll tell you what, though. Isn't your mother-in-law from Cleveland? She is, actually. She's a wonderful woman. Me and her get on quite well. Yeah, well, don't like her either. And it'll be, but you know who I don't like the most? Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. And when Ricky the Dragon Steamboat and me hook up with Cleveland, I'm going to take all my frustrations of being in Cleveland out on Ricky Steamboat. And Damien saying, Damien, I want to let him loose on this pet dragon he's got.
Again, so that is, that's for me is the way it is. Like you would talk as if you talk about, because put it this way.
You know the worst one for it?
What?
Hulk Hogan.
Of course.
Well, you know something, Mean Gene, when we go through the WrestleMania and we roll in through another town and we stop off on the way to WrestleMania in Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm going nuts and all my Hulkamaniacs are climbing off the rafters and we're hanging and banging, banging off the dorsal fin of some shot I brought with me, man. And brother, we gonna fly and I'm gonna take out Paul Orndorff before I get to that no good Roddy Piper, man. You know, I'm going to be going through that. What you going to do, brother? What you going to do?
Let's say you're in a match, right? If you're doing a promo, and you're just sitting in the camera, and all you do is something along the lines of, Steve, we're going to get to Chicago, Illinois.
I really hit my throat.
Yeah. We're going to get to Chicago, Illinois. We're going to get into the ring in Chicago, Illinois. I'm going to tell you limb from limb in Chicago, Illinois. And I will bury you in Chicago, Illinois. And the difference between us two is you won't be leaving Chicago, Illinois. I would be going, that guy's going to rip my balls off. But if you went, the darkness will consume your soul. I'm going to laugh.
Every person had to do it to their gimmick. Yeah. Paul Orndorff was Mr. Wonderful, so he come across as a fucking dickhead. Rowdy Piper was the little off-kilter, but at the same time, he was all in charge. Yeah. You know, and you do actually a great Roddy Piper.
I wish I did, but I don't. But my thing about, again, there's certain gimmicks work for me, some don't. The Undertaker one, that's why when the Undertaker was, I always kept it as, the only way I could get away with it was, it's a mind game thing. I mean, they've done that before, they said it's all mind games. But some
Taker people himself, I don't dress like the devil no more, but doesn't mean I won't get medieval on your ass.
You know, I get, yeah, I mean, I get that to a large extent. It's just that sometimes when they would say something, it would be hard for me to kind of go away. It would also depend heavily on who they were facing. Like, for instance, like Shawn Michaels.
I think for you as well, a lot of the time, you're retroactively watching a lot of this.
Yes, as well. So obviously,
I was brought up at the beginning of the gimmick, in the mid-90s, early 90s, where it was gimmick heavy. Yeah. Then you hit the late 90s and it was reality based.
I think it also comes down to this certain level, like certain Undertaker stuff where he says, "I will consume your soul." That's kind of, I'm like, yeah, I understand. I mean, I'm a writer. I know where you come from. But when you get so fucking far that you're kind of crossing a certain boundary for me where I'm like, what? I suppose ultimately, if you can sell it, great. And like I said, guys like Mick Foley could sell it. And Jake the Snake Roberts sold it far better than fucking Mick Foley did.
And that was the thing. It was this sort of promo was selling it to the crowd, to that town.
And as you said, Roddy Piper were the best. Like, you know, in his promos, well, you know, and I just like he'd go off in 5 different fucking. And of course, his breathing, like, you know, and
some call me the hot rod. Some call me the hot Scott. Yeah. Maybe I'm a little bit both.
See, because I was imagining, I mean, a promo for me in that style would always just be me in front of a camera and very calm. Black, no background or nothing. It'd be black room. It'd just be me and the camera.
What colour?
Well, I'm trying to think of what it would be.
I can do something for me.
I can try.
See, and here's something else. These promos wouldn't last a minute.
Well,
They
they'll
would.
have a few seconds.
These promos would be a 20-second, if that gap. It would
Yeah.
be, boom, there's your thing, go. Because you usually pile them all together.
Yeah. A little bit like a Saturday main event, isn't it? Like when you have the...
Yeah, the beginning of Saturday main event with...
well, we're here at Saturday main event. We're going to... it'd be like...
I am the King of Kings, Triple H. And this Sunday I will back on my throne. But tonight, you get a chance with a tag team with the champ. Because the champ is here. My name is not at all. My name is JBL. And I made a little list of all the bad things I've done. Like here, number 372. Beat Stone Cold Steve Austin at his own drinking game.
Exactly. So it's kind of like...
That's sort of
but,
Not that I remember that promo at all.
We have to try and find a way of accommodating this man's request, or woman's request.
Look,
So...
we've got to pick a mark first of all.
Yes,
we'll pick a superstar.
No, you got to pick against a
What
fellow.
are the other marks?
So you got Jizme, Geek, me, and of course mascot, I suppose.
An upcoming town, an upcoming match in a random town.
A random town.
Okay. Let me see. Ow.
I watched your neck. That was...
To take consolation, I know that.
Alright. So it says cutting a minute or so long load style promo. I'll try my best, guys, but I'm more of a Mick Foley style kind of guy.
You could cut a Mick Foley type promo.
I'll try. I have no idea as good as the old Micker.
The old Micker.
Yep.
Uncle Mickles.
The old Micker goes right to your ticker.
He does, actually. He does.
So
when he stops, it's a bit of a
who are you
kicker.
facing?
I don't know. Who do you guys reckon I should face out of the potential? You've got Funk, Jizme, and Geek.
When we play wrestle, we always have good promos. So,
but I can try Jizme if you wanted. I'm sure it's seen as true final object, like, but yeah. Let me think. Let's see. Pick a place.
Arkansas.
Little Rock.
Little Rock, Arkansas.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
Fucking Arkansas.
So here we are. Little Rock, Arkansas. Experience for me. Never been here my entire life. And tonight, you and me, we're going to lock up in a match. Of course, that's if you decide to turn up. Because God only knows that you have a major problem with turn up. And, you used to say it was work. You used to blame, it's a work schedule. Oh, it's this. It's that. You never see me making excuses. You never see that big guy Geek making excuses. But now I know why. Because when it comes down to it, you fear the Geek. You fear the Funk. And you fear the boss. Now, I don't want you to be too scared, Jizme. Sorry, James. I don't want you to be scared of coming to Little Rock, Arkansas and facing the hashtag boss in the hashtag ring. It's going to be real easy. And I'm going to make it easy for you, Jizme. All you got to do is get on that plane, fly to Little Rock, Arkansas, come down that ramp, it's not too far, roll into that ring because we all know your hip and knees can't take it anymore, and just lie there. Lie in the middle of the ring and look up at the bright lights. And then just let me pin you. 1, 2, 3. See, it's easy, Jizme. Of course, that would be the easy way. If you want to do it the hard way, if you want to do it the hard way in Little Rock, Arkansas, then we can do that. All you got to do is fly to Little Rock, Arkansas on the hashtag plane, go down that hashtag ramp and into that hashtag ring, and then I'll take your hashtag head and I'll bust it hashtag wide open. And as that blood is dripping down your face and the world turns into a rose hue and all the lights are turning you into a dim memory, I'm then going to take your arm, wrap it around your hashtag throat. I'm going to slam you down face first into the hashtag mat. And I will choke the life out of you. And you're going to start tapping. And the bell will ring. The ref will bitch. The fans will scream or cry or retweet. But I'm not going to let go. Because no, you wanted to do it the hard way, Jisme. And if you want it the hard way, I'll give you it the hard way. I'll keep a hold on that. And I won't let go. Until the world goes from a red hue into darkness. Until those lights go from a dim memory to a forgotten echo. And the only thing that you're capable of doing is begging for hashtag mercy. So I'll see you in Little Rock. James.
Interesting. Interesting way to go with that one.
I know that you.
Yes, the geek.
Mm-hmm. Who am I having? We can't all pick on Eric.
No.
Well, we can. There's nothing stopping us.
I really shouldn't pick on Eric.
No.
Well,
Hashtag don't pick on Eric.
no.
Watch, it'll be tweeted. It'll be tweeted.
By Eric.
Probably.
And seen as true lesbian fan, although
True fan.
See this true fan.
debatable.
People are going to be
I know
wondering.
it's debated that she's a true fan of John Cena.
People are going to be wondering what I just beeped out.
He beat
Just.
I think for that, I'm gonna have to beat the fuck out of Funk, can't I?
Yeah.
And rather than being Little Rock, I'll go Newcastle.
Yeah. Good idea.
Going home, I'm going home. Funk. You should know better than this. You should know better than this. Wanting to fight me in Newcastle? Are you a fucking idiot? Well, I didn't swear. I didn't. They probably just beat someone out there, but I didn't swear. I tell you right now, I didn't swear. I said a fucking idiot. What? No, in the big market, this wouldn't go down. In the big market, where I'm going to start off my day with a nice pint. I'm going to go up to the gate, catch a film, grab something to eat, a couple more pints. Then I'll walk down, go to Granger Market, get a slice of pizza from the best pizza in Newcastle. On the way to the arena, probably pop into Yates's for a pint, go across the roads and grab your comic books from Travelling Man and Forbidden Planet. Read them for a bit, see if there's anything interesting there. Walk down the road, go to Central Station. Maybe grab myself a pint around Central. So yeah, there's a good couple of bars around there. And Funk, you and I hope that I'd have a good enough time during that day, because you challenged me to a fight in Newcastle. You should know that if I don't have enough beer with me, you're gonna get hurt. And then I'll walk to the arena. Probably have a couple of fights in the Metro Arena. You know, I'll stand on the stairs with a bit of the fans, the lads. Stand around the back, see if the crew's there, and say hello and that, and then I'll go into the arena to ask Tony Chimel what the crack is. Find out if there's any Toon fans. Hope they've not got any Stan Bastards in. Oh, that's shit. I didn't swear. You want to calm down with this swearing, my lord. I'm telling you, I didn't swear. We'll walk, I'll go in and I'll stretch. When I say stretch, I'll make sure my tools are curved. Then I'll go and probably back up to the big market and see if there's a couple of pints before we match. Go to my match, which will be after the interval because, I'm second half. And then Funk, I'm going to take my fist, DC. And I'm going to take the other fist, Marvel, and proceed to beat the comics into you. And once you've seen enough of the comic book superstars, you've seen enough graphic nature, I'm going to take my boot vertical and take my boot dark horse and proceed to kick the indies out of you. Well, I said indies. It's not like I said Ring of Honor. I didn't just... Oh, for fuck's sake. No, pack it in! I didn't swear. Stupid little git. And then, hopefully, by that time you'll be finished, I'll hit you with some sweet misery. You know how it goes, Funky. I mean, you've hit it enough times by now. How many times have you dropped to me? Just out of curiosity. Because I'm sitting here, I can't think of them. There was that one time at WrestleMania last year where I beat you in 20 seconds. Then there was that time at SummerSlam where I beat you in 10. I didn't see that coming. To be fair, you fell over. So you see, anyway. But, you know, once I've beat you at home, I'll probably get change, get a shower. See if any divas fancy a triple platoon. Maybe go on the quayside. But end of the night, we all know how it's going to end. I'm going to beat you, I'm going to be victorious. I'm going to beat the holy shit out of you, basically. I'm going to be victorious, and then I'm going to be sitting in Legends with a bar and a kebab afterwards and going across the Tyne Bridge on the way to Yam before the next party. But, you know, you want to go home, you want to fight me. You know what, dude? More fool you. Because Geek inherits this world, and you know it.
My promo I'm going to take on Stephen, Dan, and Jisme.
Handicap or full weight?
I imagine a handicap.
Okay.
Which I imagine in that match I would lose badly, but still I'll cut it down with promo, I hope.
Depends who's writing it, I suppose.
Well, I'm going to black it. Okay.
Go pro attacking.
I will try blacking this, which is a rare occasion for me.
Certainly. Let me move.
Don't touch it!
Gentlemen gave me a town and preferably a pay-per-view or something. Okay, let's go with
Louisville, Kentucky, and Unforgiven.
Louisville, Kentucky. Kentucky's in the South America, isn't it?
Yeah!
Okay, and what's the pay-per-view?
Unforgiven.
Unforgiven. Okay. Will one of you play the part of announcer just very quickly for me?
Sure.
Okay. Just
I don't know what you want.
Okay. Just to tell me just.
So what? So
we're
here we are
with yeah.
We're here with the Lone Walker One here in Louisville, Kentucky at Unforgiven.
That's the thing. We're in Louisville, Kentucky, and I thought things couldn't get worse than my hometown of Stanley, but no. They brought me to Kentucky. The only place bigger than this arena is the people that live here. Maybe that's for the 11 secret herbs and spices. Or maybe it's the unemployment line. I don't know. Maybe that's all you've got to do anymore, huh? You took yourselves from that line and put it in the food chains. But here I am. I'm here in a handicap match against the Relics. The forgotten old monarchy, the old times, and the plain old ages. Here I am, huh? The new blood. Tonight is Unforgiven. It's why I'm speaking the way I am, and I apologize if I start to raise my voice. It's not like me. It's not like me to raise my voice and get loud. It's like me to be quiet. It's like me to be contemplative. To think about every move before it's made. I've seen you all walk down that ramp 100 times. I've fought you all 100 times, and individually in your separate little pairs. And so far I've learned the reason we're fighting here at Unforgiven is because we've all got bad blood, and it's about time it got leaked out of you. Geek King, you won't be leaving with a crown. Hell, you won't be leaving with a scalp when I'm done. Jisme? Sorry. I'm gonna have to go out of the car here. James, my friend, you won't be leaving with any form of reputation other than your memory of what your knees used to feel like. I'll hurt your knees worse than Kevin Nash hurt his quads. I'll hurt you worse than Lex Luger hurt his reputation. And Steven, my brother, it's a shame it had to come to this after all the WrestleManias. After all the times you couldn't take me down, you're trying it unforgiven, but going out of it, I do forgive you for thinking you can beat me this one more time. You've been trying for so long, you've been trying so hard, and it just didn't work. I'll tell you what else is hard. A table, and a chair, and a ladder, because DQ or not, at some point tonight, I'll be making this match hardcore.
Country!
It worked. We're pissed.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so pissed.
I love them really, with all my heart and such.
I didn't mean to talk. I didn't mean to talk halfway through that.
It's alright.
It's just like, this is the way I'm talking like this, and the first thing my brain went, what an accent?
I love them all really.
But yes, I hope we were able to accommodate you there.
We should cut a promo on Anonymous, dude! Or do that. Or thing.
I'm supposed to cut a promo on something you don't know.
We called him a coward. For being anonymous.
What they craving.
So anyway,
Or Maven.
let's get on to the whole shameless plugging gig.
Craven, Maven.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Or Maven.
So I'm going to plug shit! Don't forget that you can send us your questions by going to our Tumblr page, totalmarkout.tumblr.com. The ask button is very clearly marked. However, the link is totalmarkout.tumblr.com/ask. Don't forget you can also follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/totalmarkout, and you can follow us individually on Twitter. Geek King can be found at Geek King, that's G33K_KNG, that's G3 K_KNG. You can follow myself at Steve013, that's Steve013, and you can follow the Minifunk at the Lone Walker 1, that's Lone Walker and the number 1. Follow us all on Tumblr. Steve013.tumblr.com, geekking.tumblr.com, that is G33KKKING.tumblr.com, and the Lone Walker number 1.tumblr.com. And if you're watching this on any other website other than the YouTube channel, you can go to our YouTube channel by going to youtube.com/user/The Wandering Angel. That is the name of the production company that we produce under. We will be back next week where we will find out who exactly is going to be hosting the hashtag Total Markout Quiz Championship and who will be fighting for the championship.
I know.
Well, you're going to be defending your championship. That's why I said fighting for. Ever the classy one. So, like I said, we'll be back next week. And by the way, hint, we don't know. I said hint.
I said hinny.
Yeah. Don't be surprised if it's Adam or myself fighting for the Total Markout Championship.
Your ass is going down, Funk. I'm gonna beat you so bad you're gonna call me your mama.
Here in Newcastle, England. Hey, bravo!
I don't think
But-
Mama.
And also, next
That's what confused you.
week we'll be back to find out what Undertaker will do in response to CM Punk's disappointing. We'll find out more wrestling rumours. And of course, we'll find out more stuff from Geek's Nostalgic Vault in You Get a Match!
And I suspect there'll be no more stats.
Yeah, probably knows that. And of course, we'll be answering your questions. Do send in your questions, keep them coming, and we will see you next week on hashtag Total Markout. Geek, take us out.
From the Funkzilla himself, the Lone Walker 1. Okay, that sounded a lot like NLP there.
Please.
From the boss of all things ironic.
Hashtag genius, people.
And myself, the Wizard of Weirds, the extreme enthusiast, the fighting fanboy, violent visionary, the Lord of Losers, the Duke of Dweeb, the patron saint of the socially awkward. I am the nasty nerd, and I am the Geek King. This is the greatest YouTube podcast show in...
Stanley.
Exactly. We have been hashtag Total Markout. Marks out.